Wardle here at the Epic Fort Worth region with, whoa, please introduce yourself to the world, man.
So Michael Temez back from a hiatus, got fourth place at the Fort Worth Regionals today with Fluanderies, or
Wow.
Flunder, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, over 500 players, insane, right?
Yes.
Nice. Any shots before we begin?
Shout outs to, honestly, Omega Gaming, Galaxy Gaming, Elite Savage, all the Houston people. I mean, they've given me a lot of test playing. Haven't had too much testing as much as I wanted to. Been working a lot, going to school. But everyone around me has been helping me out with this deck, giving me a lot of cards for this. So everyone in the Houston community, honestly. And Epic Team for hosting a great event.
Nice. Shows the good, man.
Alright, so start off with the basics. 3 Robin, normal summon, add a level 4 lower, and then you can normal summon again. Same thing with Eagle, but a 7 or higher. We got the 2 little 1-ofs, the Stry and the Toucan. So these are the ones you play around if you want to play around Ash. So you can just like banish one, then you can add the banish card, you add it back, or banish one card with the Stry, and then you add the banish card you banish with Toucan, and then just normal summon for like an Impin, and then play around Ash. So you don't like get your turn stopped immediately. We got the 2 Big Daddies, we got 2 Impins. This card's not once per turn anywhere on it, so you can keep normal summoning off of it. So like the OTK combos, use like Tribute Summon for this, Tribute Summon for this, and then Tribute Summon for one of your bigger birds too, the Apex Avian or the Mega Ryza. So the Apex Avian's kind of in the, whenever it's a simplified game state, you kind of want to stick this on the board, and it keeps going back to your hand. You can keep using the continuous spell as well to put it back to the bottom so your Eagle is never dead. And then we have the Mega Ryza to also, in a simplified board state, you can stack their deck in any way you want it. You can stack your D-Shifter on top of your deck as well. Things like that, just to make sure the game is 100% in your favor. So it's just 4 big birds, and then this, 8 small birds? It's plenty enough. I only bricked like twice today too, so it wasn't too bad. For the little random 1-ofs that you can search off of the little ones, the Robin, we have the DD Crow, because Brandon in red, never heard of her. And then also the one tech that I had is the Harpy Harpist. So when you're trying to protect your statue, actually my bad, there's a statue in here somewhere as well. That's an important one. So when you're trying to save the statue, you can go Robin. Robin's right here. You can search for the Harpist. You can normal summon the Harpist and bounce any Wing Beast monster on your field to bounce any monster on their field as well. So you can banish the Robin to bounce their monster, like when they summon an Alibur, like off your map, off of the trap card as well. It's a little bit of extra fuel. Or if your Ryza happens to get stuck on the board, you can summon the Harpist and bounce the Ryza back. So it lets you get extra like utility off of your Ryza instead of just the one and doneer, or like having to bounce it yourself if you happen to use the continuous trap. We also have 3 of just Macrocosmos. If you draw it, you draw it. If you don't, you don't. This card's insane. This card's stupid. It's not really too good versus Despia, but with Source Hole being so good right now, and a lot of Eldest, like this card is crazy. I think I only sided it out once because I played Madolche randomly today, and that card's just not good versus that. The only other hand traps too are Ashes. Ash Brand of Fusion, you can usually just kill them after that. I think it was 20 something monsters, something like that. Not too important. Then we got the Searchers. We got 3 Pot of Duality. We got 3 Pot of Prosperity. Because you're trying to dig 9 cards in your deck to find whatever you need. Any combo piece, like map into any bird, is a full combo where you're going to imp in the statue, all the good stuff. It's perfectly fine, easy enough. And if they happen to draw you, ash you on this, that's perfectly fine because you usually have enough resources to keep going. Next, we got the newest addition to the deck. It's going to be the Advent. It's kind of to avoid Valor, it's to avoid Impermanence, to avoid anything. You can search for the map as well with this, so it's another copy of Terraforming in theory, if you think about it like that. And then honestly, like you can banish any of the random, any Harpist, any statue, any of these random birds too, just so you can get your engine going. So it's 100% needs to be a 3 of. I side one out a lot of games, like side one of these out each, because you don't need too much consistency, but you do, but you'd rather see the side decks on it as well. We also have the Fluandery spells. We have the 3 maps. We have the 1 continuous spell as well. You only need the 1. I wanted to side another one in case there was a mirror match, but there was never a mirror match for me. I never needed it. And again, this is how you can recycle like your Apex Avian, putting it back at the bottom of your deck so your Eagle is never dead. And that happened plenty of times today. And this is all you need. And then Call By, because it's Call By. We also have the trap card as well. It lets you normal summon, lets you Book of Moon, everything on their turn as well. It's fantastic. And then the reason I did so well today is Manning Decking, Mystic Mine, Terraforming, and Set Rotation. These cards win every game 1. Despia, Sword Soul, none of them have an out game 1. I'm playing 40 cards, so if you let them go first, if they do their thing, they usually have less cards in their deck than you. And then you look at them, you say, cards in deck, I'm sorry I don't want to do this to you, but Mystic Mine it is. And Set Rotation 2 itself is an out to Zombie World if you ever happen to come to that situation. Because it sets it, it doesn't activate it. So you can just like set your map, set the Mystic Mine over the Zombie World, and activate map Rabina, map Eagle, keep on going, and it just kills them. Gets rid of that little situation. So that's 40 cards main deck exactly. Because you don't want any more, any less. Any of y'all who know me know I love Virtual World. And I couldn't top with Virtual because it's not good right now, so I had to play the Shinshin and the Crystal Wing in the deck. It should be like an Axis Code and like a Boral Sword or whatever, but you know, we're gonna keep these right here for the fans. And then for the cards that actually kind of matter, this is how you beat the Adagnister big guy. Unicorns in case it need it. Phoenix. This is Link 1 for level 1. Link 1 level 1. Merry Christmas package. The second part of the Merry Christmas package. And then the cards you actually make every once in a while if you normal summon it in their end phase. So these don't matter too much. And then we got the side deck over here too. I was prepared for the mirror match, so I just had Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Because if you can ogre their map, they lose like most of the time because they can't normal summon back on your turn. So say you normal summon and they activate their map, you chain the ogre right there and they're stopped for the most part. They only have the one normal summon with the trap card, and usually it's still not enough to do anything. This card came off the ban list, bro. This is good. Man, I was taking things like doing the combo I was telling you when it said like normal summon the eagle, summon any of the big guys. I took so many Chi-Chows a day. Once you baited the Baron, pop it. This card's really good. It's like mind control, but like you still tribute over it, which is what you need for a Flunder deck. Going second kind of sucks. So you just have to Dark Ruler them. If you can Dark Ruler them, you can get to any of the big birds and just shut off their engine or shut off what they're doing. So a lot of the times you're gonna be like just Ryza in control, or you can just like tribute over things with like the continuous spell and just imping them. It's a whole bunch of just like once you negate their monsters, the deck really has no problem because you can get through backup pretty easily. Because also in the side deck you play Harpy's Feather Duster and the 3 Twin. Cosmic's not that great because you can lose to Lancia, so there's no reason to play a card that also loses to Lancia in your side deck. So you have to play these. And Featherstorm can randomly get searched by a Featherstorm if it gets killed, so there's no reason not to play that too. And then just third copy of mine because in Mystic Mind we trust.
Oh man.
So 15 side, 15 extra, well 13 extra if you think about it without the Shinshin and Crystal Wing. And then 40 card main deck.
Nice.
Thank you for the video, Michael.
You're very welcome, guys. Have a good night.
Congrats to top 4, man.
Appreciate it.